Welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. This is December 7, 2011, Wednesday. 70 years ago today, the forces of the Empire of Japan, on a day that would live in infamy, struck at Pearl Harbor, forcing America's entry into the Second World War. News from Detroit: the liquid solution that cools the Chevrolet Volt's batteries is the probable cause of fires that have broken out inside the $40,000 electric car after government crash tests. This is according to an anonymous source. Engineers at General Motors, which makes the car, are working on structural changes to strengthen the car's T-shaped battery pack, according to this source. They're also looking at ways to bolster the Volt's body to make it more resistant to side impact crashes. Apparently, the coolant itself did not catch fire, but crystallized and created an electrical short that did spark the fires. The report may come out later this week. The Thailand flood industry losses keep growing. Brokers, as of yesterday, as recently as that, were estimating that it was going to be a $10 billion event. However, Bill Berkley, the founder of the Berkley Insurance Company Group, said that he thinks it's going to be an industry event of $20 billion. Berkley also said that there are finally definitive signs that the market is hardening and premium prices are going up. Travelers is confirming Mr. Berkley's theory on increased premium prices. They reported this morning that renewal rate increases were 5.8% on its business insurance accounts throughout the month of November. This is as improvement in the rating environment has intensified industry-wide throughout this fourth quarter. Now, here's a little story about a disaster that we've sort of forgotten about, but Aon Benfield is reporting that the November floods in 16 regions of France are going to cost insurers about 800 million euros. That's nearly $1 billion US. That slow-moving tropical area of low pressure, which was named Ralph, brought torrential rains and gusty winds to portions of France and Italy. Killed about 9 people as well. There was an earthquake of 5.0 in the Vera Cruz region of Mexico last night at midnight. Effects were felt as far away as Tabasco and Chiapas. The quake was at a depth of about 100 miles, which is much deeper than the most recent quakes in Mexico. Well, if you're a city bus rider in Detroit, there are 6 fewer buses for the Detroit metro system. They were destroyed, burned to a crisp in a 2-alarm fire that broke out early this morning at a Detroit Department of Transportation maintenance shed on the city's west side. According to the Detroit Fire Department, sprinklers at the building didn't work. There are 2 possible reasons, the department said. Either because the space, which was fairly small, didn't allow the sprinklers to reach 135 degrees to activate. It's also possible, they said, that the system wasn't working. Well, we're at the holiday season, so there'll be a number of office parties, although Randy Babbitt doesn't have an excuse because this occurred on Saturday night, as we know. He was driving on the wrong way of a 4-lane highway in Virginia. Not usually a big story, a simple DWI. Fortunately, he didn't hurt anyone, nor was he hurt. But the 65-year-old Mr. Babbitt is also the head of the Federal Aviation Administration in the U.S. Not anymore, he's had to resign. The FAA is a part of the Department of Transportation, which has a zero-tolerance policy on alcohol in the workplace. It's a bad way for Mr. Babbitt to go out. He had a 25-year career as a pilot and was also the head of the Airline Pilots Association. It's a lesson to be learned. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.